Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Taisha's Books. On here, I post book-related content, and if you want to see more book-related stuff, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a good week in January, reading a lot of good, interesting books. So for today, I'm going to be discussing book tropes. Every type of every books have book tropes, and I'm going to be discussing my favorite book tropes. Next week, I'm going to be discussing the book tropes that I despise in books. So let's get on to the video. Enemies to lovers. There's just something about this trope that I just love. I don't know what to say about it, but I just love. Okay. One second. I guess I just love how much hate the character have for each other, and then towards like the middle end, they start to realize that, oh, I love you. And mostly the reason why I like it is because, like, if anyone reads new adult books, you can kind of feel the sexual tension between the two characters, because hate, it's strong emotion, and when you really hate someone but you also want to kiss them, that's just, whew. Like, I'm just fanning myself at how steamy it is getting in here. Like, it's getting so steamy. And I think there's some example of books where the two main characters are enemies to lovers. Twilight. This is my favorite book ever. So, in the book, Edward and Bella, they were enemies until they started hanging out with each other. They asked each other, they got to know each other, then they eventually found love. They're building up to that relation, and I like that because in this book, the guy, Tamlin, he kidnaps her because it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And at first, she hates him because this guy kidnapped her from her family, who were not that great to her anyway. Once she realized how great of a guy he is to her, she realized that there's actually a good person under this character. There's a heart under there. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, next trope. Love triangles. I know love triangles. I know most readers don't love triangles, which I can understand. I can really understand that. But for me, I love triangles. Like Twilight. The Twilight series has love triangle. If everyone knows about the love triangle between Bella, Edward, and Jacob. I love that because just thinking of two guys fighting over you, that's just, in real life, I wouldn't want that, but in book life, fight for me. So, I love love triangles. I haven't met anyone else who agrees with me who loves love triangles, because so far most people don't like love triangles, which I can understand because most of the time, the female main character, she's average, so you're just like wondering like, why are these two guys fighting over her? And I can't understand, but in a way, it's kind of cute and romantic. And so most of the time, the second guy is better than the first guy. So yeah. Next trope. Bad boys. I love books that have bad boys. I think this series has a bad boy. The next book, A Court of Wings or something. Resand. Even though he's not like a modern day bad boy, he's like a fantasy type bad boy. And boys who have like that dark aura around them, and also that chiseled jawline, because I think I saw drawings of how Resand would look like, and makes me wish he was real so I can date him. So if anyone loves him, he's mine, okay? He's mine. You can't have him. He's my boyfriend. But bad boys. I just love bad boys because there's just something about them, because they're dark, they're edgy, and they don't follow the rules. But also, most bad boys that I read in stories, they always have a soft edge to them, which I like, because you're just like, oh, they have a heart. And then you're just like you're a teddy bear pretending to be a bad boy. Like, this is so cute. It's just really cute. Read this series, because in the next book there's a bad boy in it. I like him. Next one. Another trope that's my favorite. I don't know if it's a trope or a genre, but it's probably both. It's dystopian world. I just love books that has like a dystopian type of feel, because I don't really like science fiction. Science fiction is boring to me. Sorry to all the people who love science fiction, but to be honest, it's boring. Until one time I read this book called Gone. Most people don't know it because I think it came out in the 2000s, so it's called Gone. It's by Michael Grant. I read that when I was in high school, when I was like a junior, and that book was so captivating. It was eye-catching. It was a page turner. I couldn't stop reading it. I finished it in like 2 days or 3 days. I don't remember. And it just made me realize that I could probably like science fiction. And then I realized that probably why I like it is because it's dystopian. And I love books that has like dystopian elements to it, where there's only kids in there, and that their world is all messed up, and they have to figure out how they're gonna fix everything. It's just like, and it just makes you realize like, what happened if this happened to us? Like, if something like that happened to me, I would not be able to survive, just saying, because I know there are other people who could probably survive, but not me, because when there's a crisis, I don't really handle them well. So, yeah. And also another thing about dystopian books that I like the plot twist. If anyone read 1984, then you know that there's a plot twist in the book. So, even though I should not have been shocked when I read that plot twist, because it's this dystopian world. You should expect that to happen in the book, but you should expect that to happen in a dystopian world, and I didn't realize that, so I was just like, oh my god, what did I just read? After I realized that plot twist, I just have to keep reading it because it was so good. But yeah. Yeah. Those are the 4 tropes that I can think of that I love so far. I know I have more. I just can't think of a name for them. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. It's like I said in my other video, how I talk is very chaotic, and thank you for sticking around, because I'm new to this. And comment down below if these are your favorite tropes or not, and maybe explain why, because I love to know why. And yeah, and next week the next video is gonna be tropes that I despise, because I despise these tropes. Like, whenever they're in books, it makes the rating of that book go low, because nope. So stay tuned for that video, because yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a good week and a good rest of January, because February is like next week. So yeah, bye guys.